Okay folks, I apologise. I did say after the last video regarding this boat that I would try and take it out the next day or as soon as I got the opportunity to do so. But the last week we have had gale force winds, really heavy rain and flooding, so it hasn't really been possible to do that. So it wasn't like I was being lazy or letting everybody down or what have you. But today the weather is lovely, nice and warm, considering it's November anyway. So today's the day for the boat. The weather's good, battery's charged, and I am wearing my brand new Mercedes 190 Cosworth t-shirt. So that's obviously a win regardless. Yeah, we're going to take it out, we're going to have fun, we're going to come back and I'll have a coffee, maybe a cigar. Awesome. I'm not entirely confident in the abilities of this little HPI Saturn 35 turn motor I've put in it. 35 turns should be the sweet spot for this thing, I reckon, that's my guess. But these motors are notoriously poor, very cheap. It might fail. If it does, we'll chuck it in the bin, get something better. But today we're just going to find out. Why the hell not? Right, as a quick recap before we put it in the water. Remember, this is running an exceedingly old-fashioned setup because it's a very vintage boat. I want to keep that sort of idea. Take the back off here. It is running the, as I said, the Saturn 35 turn brush motor, nickel metal hydride, what's it called? Etronix Probe WP, waterproof, and a very old 27 megahertz radio system. So it's not going to be a speedboat. I hope it goes better than it did before. That's my guess. We'll find out in just a second. Here we go. Well, it seems to be about the same speed as it was before, which is fine, because this motor doesn't rev as high as the last one. The other one wasn't getting anywhere near full revs, whereas this one is closer to its maximum rev, which means the extra torque is pulling the boat through the water better, which is what I wanted. The other issue was the overheating. Because the motor is not struggling as much, it shouldn't pull as much amps and it shouldn't get as hot. We will find out. It very quickly stalled on me before because the speakers were getting into thermal shutdown. She looks nice though, right? Oh, bit of cavitation there. And again. Right, slightly different camera angle for you this time. We get closer to the edge. I'm going to try and avoid these reeds at the side here, so I'm not going to come too close. On the right hand side here there's a big load of weeds. Get caught up in the prop. I'm quite pleased though. She's not quick. I mean, modern boats running brushless systems with water cooling and lipos and stuff leave this for dead, but I like the scale speed. Looks like a real boat out there. In some ways it almost sounds like a real boat. Next time I definitely need someone here with me to follow it around the water. It's not so good with a static camera. At least a really cool wake though. Looks like a real boat, it's great. Other than for these giant reeds and the camera lens there, like ruining the scale of it. But if you leave it in the water, yeah, it could be a real boat, I think. You know what, that wasn't too bad. I'm quite pleased. Just gonna bring her in and call it a day. Good old boat. Okay, so now that I've got her back on dry land, let's have a look inside and see how everything got on. First thing that I saw when I lifted the top off, just at the very bottom of the hull, there's a wee bit of water splashing around, just a tiny amount. I think it's where the servo arm goes through into the rudder. I think that needs a wee bit better sealing. That's where the water, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but there's a wee bit of water splashing around in that. And it's ran to the front, and that's underneath all the electronics and stuff, so it's not really an issue. Battery is not too warm at all actually. It's not like, it doesn't feel like it's been overdrawing. It even just doesn't feel any hotter than it would on a car actually. Speed controller, same, it's cool, it's not hot at all. And motor, hardly anything. Wee bit warm, but again less than what you'd get on a touring car or whatever. So I think that's the gearing issue sorted. So I'm quite pleased. I'm going to keep that little motor in there. It's not a fast boat as you saw, but you know, it goes well, just as well as it did before without the overheating issues. That's everything I wanted. So for a vintage boat, I think I can be happy with it. Thanks very much for watching. I'm sure we'll see the boat again sometime soon. Cheers!